Hey everybody, this is Joe, the Over 40 Model Maker here today with a brand new review. I told you a while ago that I just crossed over to the 100 subscriber count, which I've said in the past that, you know, for some people that's no big deal, but for me, this not being my actual job and everything, getting to 100 is actually a big milestone. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a special review. It's not Gundam. It's not Warhammer. I was at my local hobby store a couple of months ago, and I saw these diorama model things sitting on a shelf, and I was like, ooh, those things are pretty cool. And there was one that I liked, and I told my family about it, and they got it for me for Christmas, and I've just been kind of sitting on it. But when we crossed over to 100 subscribers, I thought, you know what? We'll go ahead and put it together and show everybody, do a review on it, kind of an in-depth review, and just show this kind of new model that I might be doing because they're fun to do and they're very nice to look at and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here. I don't know, maybe you have seen these in stores or online or whatever, but they're called Rolife Book Nook and Wonderland. Now they're basically 3D diorama models. I put diorama and model together because you do have to put it together, but it's also a nice little diorama that you can actually kind of use for things like the one that I personally picked out is a bookend. And then I would have to go get another one, put that together, and that would be on the other side of the books. But they look very nice. They are made out of balsa wood. And actually, let me show you. So when you open up the box, you're going to get, that is glue. And I'll bring that up during my complete review of this whole thing, what you actually kind of need to remember. So you get a nice little booklet here. And these are all kind of the different ones that you can also get. They do come in different languages, and they are very detailed about what parts you need to do and how to place them and everything. And every single piece is detailed in their labeling. So instructions were very easy to read. This one's 40 pages. My particular one here came with an LED light, which is another thing I'm going to discuss here in a minute, but it shows you how to do all that stuff, and that's kind of the end result to it, but that's the booklet. Now you get a bunch of these, I guess for lack of a better name, sprues. And again, they're all made out of, I don't know, balsa wood, compressed cardboard, however you want to describe it. When you do pop them out and they ask you to pop them out from the back, there are going to be tiny little attachment points on the piece that you will have to go ahead and take some sandpaper and rub it down flat so everything fits and looks nice. My recommendation is get some 240 grit sandpaper. I just used my God hand tool strip. It's 240 grit. Use that, and 1, 2, 3, and it's completely smooth. I mean, granted, yes, I had to do that for every piece in the kit, but it was worth it. You also get some double-sided tape. This particular one also came with a baggie of objects, which I will point out when we show the final product, and a sheet, and you can see down here, a sheet of stickers that formed the covers of the books, which worked out really, really nice. Everything stuck great for the most part. Everything fit together for the most part. That's what you get in the box. And right as you take the packaging plastic off of it, it's very dense and very heavy. And obviously, the more parts you pop out, the more parts you put together and put on a completed model, it's going to be obviously lighter. But let me grab the finished product here. And actually, let me put it underneath the light. So this is the final product. And actually, that will work out great. Let me kind of zoom in here a bit. There we go. So we'll start from the top to bottom. So the top part here is all one piece. Got some dust on it already. Looking inside, let's see, where can I find, here, let me grab some tweezers as a pointer. There we go, we'll grab some tweezers as a pointer here. So every single book is a small square with the stickers. These plants are plastic. These steps are the cardboard. That's a sticker. That's plastic there. The chair itself are two pieces, bottom and the top, and it just sits inside there. Everything else is either tabbed into, like here, this one's tabbed into the floor. As you can see right here, this one is a little askew. We'll just push it down like that. Those are tabbed in, and then those are stickers for the price. That's tabbed in up there. Those are tabbed in up there at the top. Everything is tabbed in. With that being said, 97% of this whole thing will tab in together and be just fine. There were three occasions where I had to use some glue, which was the, let me see if I can zoom out a bit. There we go. Where it's the beam in the back here that holds the LED light right there. That thing had to be glued in on both sides. The steps down here had to be glued in. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Had to be glued in because I honestly think I took a little bit too much off sanding. And then there is a little basket back here with these little rolls of paper that are just loosely fitting inside of there. That had to be glued in. Other than that, everything else is tabbed in, fits securely. Sometimes a little too securely. Like the sides here, while they look nice and secure and flush, those, I mean, I had to like squeeze and press and just to get it all to fit together. And I was very scared that I would break something. Luckily, there was only one thing that I broke per se, and that was, there's a little nightstand right here, and I broke it has a little cross section thing for the legs, and I broke one of the legs off, but I just glued it back on, let it dry, and called it good. Now, things like this is a sticker, this thing here is solid, but it's sitting on top of the books, and you get these little tiny little dot clear double-sided tape tabs to put and secure things. So like this here is a tape tab, this one here is a tape tab, and this thing over here is a tape tab, along with these little objects right here. And then the one way in the back right here, you see a little silver ball. That is it. So you have tabs, you've got tape, you've got double-sided tape, you've got little tape tabs, but this thing is very solid, except for that right there. See, and it popped out right there. Right there is where it popped out from. And so for that, I will just go ahead and tab it back in, and we'll just show. So you have these little wood pieces here with the hole, slide it on, call it good. But yeah, you make a bunch of these, but I will worry about that later. The only other major issue has to do with the light that's right here. So you have a battery compartment in the back, you have a power button here that attaches, that is connected to kind of a switch, and you have wires underneath. I'm not going to show you the wiring because then that means a lot of this stuff that if it is loose, it's just going to flip around in there, and that just makes a very unprofessional video. As if it's already professional anyways, I've already busted the thing there, or it's popped out. I went ahead and I wired everything up, put the batteries in, and they're brand new fresh batteries. Put the batteries in the battery compartment, which is behind this thing here in the back next to the mirror. Turn the power on, hit the button, and nothing. And I'm like, okay. So then I check underneath, and the wires came undone. So I rewired them, blah, 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 blah. Hit the thing again, nothing. So then I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I have a multimeter, and so I turn the power on, and I put the multimeter to the little, I'm going to call it like a PCM or a little control switch controlled. It wasn't getting any power. But when I tested the batteries, it was getting power. Like the batteries are actually powered. So there's something between the control module or the battery compartment and that to the light that's somewhere in there, something is messed up. So I don't actually have a light, unfortunately, which it's supposed to light it up like it's showing right now, but brighter. So I was trying to figure out how I can get just like a single LED light somewhere running around through here, blah, 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 blah. Not that big of a deal. I like the way it is as it is. It's fine. It works. The light's not a deal breaker. Maybe if you pick this one up, maybe yours works. I don't know. Maybe I got a bad one. I don't know. It's okay. I still would recommend this. A lot of these Rolife Diorama models do come with some sort of an LED or some sort of a lighting feature or something for you to make that gimmick work. So keep in mind when you're building that, just keep that in the back of your head that, knock on that, everything works for you. Mine doesn't, but again, this is going to stay down here and it's going to replace my bookends that I already have. It's okay. Besides, I don't like keeping batteries in the compartment over an extended period of time because then they burst and there's acid everywhere, then everything gets ruined. Can't stand that. It's okay. I would still go ahead and recommend this. Now, final thoughts. This was awesome. I had a blast making this. I had a blast just taking my time, popping the pieces out, sanding them down, and taking my time and seeing this go from, oh my gosh, it's just one little thing, to this lovely piece of modeling right here. It's great. I don't know which one I'm going to get next. I might go ahead and make a little collection of these. They do make cases for them that are stackable. So I don't know. Maybe instead of this stuff in the back, you'll see a whole bunch of these in the back instead. I don't know. But I can't wait to get my hands on another one and build it. I'd give this a 9 out of 10. But keep in mind, take your time, sand everything down. You may have to glue some things in place, not a lot. Read the instructions carefully, make sure everything works, and just take care of it and you'll be great. It'll be fun. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I was able to put it together. It looks absolutely fantastic. I might try to figure out how to do like the size of a person, maybe standing in there reading a book. Maybe, I don't know. I'll see what happens. With that, I'm going to go and wrap all this up. This was awesome. But first, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Go ahead, take a look at them if they have them in your store. They're $40 to $50 at the store, also on Amazon. If you can, if you want to pick these up and they're at your local store, support your local store. If you have these, write down in the comments what your experience with them is like. I would really like to be, I'm really interested to see what your thoughts are on it. But with that being said, again, thank you very much. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, you handsome man. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, you beautiful, beautiful woman. Thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by. Be good, be safe, take care of yourself, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.